Good evening, I'm Nicole Weisberg and this is CTV News at 5. Tonight, a potential referendum question on Alberta separation required to go through a judicial review. Agricultural disaster, another Alberta county dealing with drought, grasshoppers, and high heat. And the famous hobbits coming to Edmonton.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Nicole Weisberg.
The Alberta Prosperity Project will have to wait a little longer before it can start gathering signatures from supporters. A judge has ruled a judicial review of the Separatists' referendum question can go ahead. CTV's Jeremy Thompson has been following the court proceedings today and joins us live in studio with the latest. Jeremy?
Well, Nicole, there are a lot of moving parts with this story, so let me start with who benefits from today's ruling. The decision is a win for Albertans who want to stay in Canada. It means the group pushing for separation has to have its referendum question reviewed by a judge before it can start collecting signatures to get it on a ballot. The separatist group Alberta Prosperity Project wants to ask Albertans whether they want to leave Canada and become a sovereign nation. Alberta's chief electoral officer thought even asking that question might violate Canada's constitution, including treaty rights of First Nations. Last month, Gordon McClure referred the question to a judge to make that assessment, but the separatists intervened, arguing the review should only be necessary if they manage to collect the 177,000 signatures needed to get their question on a ballot. Today, King's Bench Justice Colin Feasby ruled that constitutional review will benefit democracy and must happen first.
You know, this whole hearing process seems to be asking the question, is asking a question to amend the Constitution in and of itself unconstitutional, which is, to me, a pretty remarkable position.
It's a great reaffirmation of the fact that the process actually works. We have always followed this process, and that is why Elections Alberta has approved our petition, and separatists are having these hurdles that they have to overcome.
A group led by Alberta's former deputy premier has had its pro-Confederation question approved by Elections Alberta. The petition to make it an official referendum question is already underway. Luke Hazek's group now has a permanent signing location set up at the Kingsway Legion, with more locations coming soon. The group has to the end of October to collect nearly 300,000 signatures. Now, this separation debate is getting a lot of attention from First Nations, who of course have long-standing treaties with the federal government. At the Basket Chippewan First Nation Chief Alan Adam was in court today too. He says he and other Indigenous leaders plan to intervene in the judicial review, arguing the benefits of Alberta staying a part of Canada. That review is scheduled for November.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Well, the Alberta Next panel is holding its third town hall this evening, focusing on a wide range of topics. CTV's Merrick Takash joins us live from West Edmonton, where the event is scheduled to begin shortly. So, Merrick, what can we expect out of tonight's town hall?
Well, Nicole, if tonight's town hall goes anything like last month's event held here in Edmonton, you can expect to hear a lot about separatism.
So let's just move forward with the referendum on independence, force that constitution open, and see where those talks take us.
Why is this question even a question when we already have done this survey?
Premier Danielle Smith has said one of the reasons for creating the panel is to address concerns regarding separatism. The town hall agenda zones in on a total of 6 different policy ideas. Those include pulling out of the Canada Pension Plan and creating a provincial police force to replace the RCMP.
I've done the survey. I'm against all of them. So I just want to hear what they're going to say, and I want to hear what the response is from the audience.
Well, there's a lot of issues that they need to be addressed, and basically we're looking for the security of Alberta, more jobs for people, and to make sure that she does the right thing for the Alberta.
The next 2 events will take place in 2 weeks. One town hall will be in Lloydminster, with the other in Fort McMurray. 2 online town halls will take place in a few weeks. Nicole?
Thank you, Merrick. Well, more than 14,000 people took advantage of advanced voting in the upcoming federal by-election in the Battle River Crowfoot riding. That's about the same number as the advanced votes cast in that riding during April's federal election. More than 200 names are listed on the ballot for the by-election, where Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre is hoping to pick up a seat in Parliament. Election Day is this Monday, August 18th. Well, police are looking for a horse and the woman charged with stealing it. Rimbey RCMP want to return Hank the horse to its rightful owner. A warrant is out for the arrest of a 28-year-old woman. Police believe she stole the horse and is refusing to return it. She has been charged with theft of cattle over $5,000. Police say she will not say where Hank is. RCMP warn if you have Hank, you are committing an offense of possessing stolen property. An Edmonton police officer is facing an assault charge related to a 2024 traffic stop. Police say in June last year, officers stopped a vehicle with an expired license plate. Police say the driver became aggressive and officers arrested him. After the arrest, police say a physical struggle led to minor injuries to the driver. The Alberta Crown Prosecution Service investigated and recommended the EPS officer be charged. EPS says the officer will be placed in a non-operational role. Well, first responders are reminding drivers to move over when they see emergency vehicles trying to get somewhere.
Even if we lose as little as 1 minute, that can mean somebody's losing their entire house in a structure fire. Or even worse yet, somebody loses their life.
Edmonton Fire Rescue Services says in most circumstances, drivers should signal, move to the right, and stay stopped until emergency vehicles pass by. You should not stop in an intersection. Fire crews recognize encountering emergency vehicles can be situational.
When you're on a road with 3 or more lanes, it's okay to pull over to the left if that's your closest side. And if you're in a construction zone and lanes are blocked, be calm, stay patient. There may be little to no option to make room. And we'll continue when traffic flow resumes.
Edmonton police are also reminding drivers to slow down when they see emergency vehicles after some close calls. 42 police vehicles have been struck this year. In December, a police vehicle and a tow truck were hit on the Henday. Alberta's Traffic Safety Act requires drivers to slow down to 60 kilometers or the posted speed limit if it is lower in a lane next to a stopped ambulance, fire truck, police cruiser, or tow truck. Well, this year's Service Edmonton Marathon will see a first-timer take to the road course at the age of 86. Sunday's marathon will feature 5 race distances from the full-length 42K to a kids 1K. Larry Adams is participating despite being in a wheelchair for cerebral palsy. He'll be pushed down the 5K course by a longtime marathon runner.
Larry is turning 87 years old on August 27th. And it is an honor and a privilege to help push him.
When you see something like this that's going to happen on Sunday, you see the good part about Edmonton.
Sunday's race will mark the 34th Edmonton Marathon. There will be an after party between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Rice Howard Way. And one of Edmonton's biggest summer festivals begins tonight. The Edmonton International Fringe Festival brings more than 1,600 artists from around the world with more than 220 theater productions. It all kicks off with a parade in Old Strathcona tonight at 7. The Fringe runs until August 24th. And Josh is here with our first look at the forecast. So will we need umbrellas or anything if we go to that parade tonight?
No, tonight you're going to be okay. We've got some showers in the forecast for tomorrow, though, and then some scattered showers as well on the way for the weekend, although I think the weather for the marathon Sunday is going to be okay. It's not going to be too oppressively hot, and I don't think we have any rain through the morning hours. 16 degrees right now in Edmonton. It was a cool day today. Single digits to start the day. There were a lot of people walking around going, feels like fall is here already. 18, your daytime high, 5 degrees cooler than average. I think we'll be about 16 or 17 for a daytime high tomorrow, so even cooler tomorrow with a little extra cloud cover and some showers. Still had some rain kicking around in northeastern Alberta on the back edge of this big low pressure system. So Fort McMurray off to the southeast, dealing with some rain, which will stick around for at least the next couple of hours. Here in Edmonton, well, we didn't get bright blue skies, but at least there were some sunny breaks as the clouds started to thin out. There's the next system that we're keeping an eye on. That'll start to push some rain into western Alberta overnight tonight. We get some of those showers tomorrow morning, right through to about lunchtime or early afternoon, and then cloudy, cool, and breezy tomorrow afternoon, high of about 16 or 17 degrees. Late tomorrow night, could see some showers. Early Saturday, could see some showers. Late in the day, Saturday and Sunday, could see some showers and thunderstorms. We'll break all that down in a little more detail in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Coming up, the return of the peregrine falcon in Alberta and the group helping to make it possible.
We bring them out to the wilds here in hope of reestablishing them where they once were, and that's working really, really well.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Peter Cash and Jenna Winterburn from 104.9 Virgin Radio, and we need your help to send some kids back to school with some fresh new kicks.
That is right. Join us right here at Kingsway Mall on Saturday, August 16th, as we collect new shoes in support of Cara Family Resources Center's Kicks for Kids campaign.
Now, we're going to be here from noon to 4. Drop off a new unused pair of shoes and help us walk towards a brighter future, one step at a time.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Once nearly extinct in our province, the peregrine falcon population is making a comeback thanks to a local team.
The biggest building when they went extinct in the area was the McDonald Hotel, and when they came back there was a city there, and of course they weren't going to nest on some clay cliff when you had a skyscraper or a hospital to nest on.
This wildlife status biologist with the province says the last pair of peregrine falcons in Edmonton was spotted in 1960. Through breeding and recovery programs, it was brought back from the brink of extinction. In 2011, the team set up what's known as a hack site high above the Pembina River. Each year, they collect all but one young bird from nests in Edmonton and in nearby industrial sites to bring here, away from buildings and traffic, where it's safer for the falcons. When the falcons are old enough, the cage doors opened slightly, allowing them to come out and explore and take their first flight.
Drop that mortality in the urban and industrial sites, and then we know that the males especially will return to areas where they learn to fly, and that tends to get them coming back here. And then if it's occupied, this cliff is occupied, they'll go down the river, occupy a new one.
Gordon Court says 12 were recently released from this site. A county about an hour north of Edmonton has declared a state of agricultural disaster. Westlock County is dealing with drought conditions and a severe grasshopper infestation. Officials say it's hindering crop growth. Its estimated yields are down 30 to 50% compared to last year. The drought is also impacting grass growth on pastures, forcing farmers to sell their cattle. The county says the declaration does not automatically result in additional provincial or federal funding, but it does raise awareness.
We just wanted to advocate on the behalf of our producers to say, we hear you guys, we know things are bad, and we want to advocate to our provincial and federal governments for some sort of assistance if possible, whether that be some tax relief or producer funding to help buy back some feed or lost crop.
Agricultural states of emergency have also been declared in the MD of Greenview and the County of Grand Prairie. The province says financial assistance and protections such as crop insurance are available. Still to come, a look at the work these volunteers put into restoring some prehistoric pals.
Really, it's about the kids, because they're the ones who gain the most appreciation.
It It is Miracle Treat Day at Dairy Queen. The net proceeds from every DQ Blizzard sold today will benefit children's hospitals, including the Stollery. More than 700 DQ locations across Canada are taking part. Since 1984, Miracle Treat Day has raised more than $55 million for children's hospitals. And Josh, you got a Blizzard. What kind?
I like the cheesequake ones.
Cheesequake?
Yeah, it's like a cheesecake inside the Blizzard.
Oh, see, I'm lactose intolerant, so I know I'm such a downer for this day, but I can have a little bit.
Sure, or you could just go buy them for everybody else and just bring them to the newsroom. That was an option as well today, Nicole. Notice you passed that
maybe tomorrow. Oh no, I can't do it. Anyways, okay.
The day's not over. Stop by a DQ. Help support the Stollery. All right, there's a shot from the River Valley Skycam. Action furnace. Fixed right or it's free. It's 16 degrees in Edmonton right now after hitting a high of 18 earlier in the day today. A little bit of sun breaking through the clouds. Look at that. Fort McMurray's at 9 degrees right now. You've had some rain off and on through the area all day. 18s and 19s across the northwest. Jasper at 20 for an afternoon high. There's that rain still coming down across the northeast. And as we mentioned earlier in the newscast, that'll stick around right through this evening. It'll taper off overnight tonight. There's the next system. As we said, it looks like that'll push showers into western Alberta overnight tonight. So 2, 3 a.m., you've got some showers around Jasper, Grand Cache, down through areas around Rocky Mountain House and off to the southwest of Red Deer. Then it moves north. It doesn't look like it's going to be all that heavy initially through the morning in the Edmonton area. Just more like scattered showers. Kind of thickens up a little bit midday or early afternoon. And then for areas east of Edmonton, you've got some showers for most of the afternoon hours. While here in the city, looks like just cloudy skies in the afternoon, a little breezy and cool. There's your chance of some hit and miss showers tomorrow evening. Also maybe a few scattered showers Saturday morning, but I really think Saturday morning most of this rain will be off to the north and northeast of the Edmonton area, and then some isolated thunderstorms potentially late Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening, especially west and northwest of the Edmonton region. So there's a chance there as well. It's not going to rain all day Saturday, but you get a chance of some scattered showers in the morning, and then we'll see what happens with those isolated thunderstorms in the evening. Look at this, 3 degrees in Fort McMurray and high level tomorrow morning. We'll drop to about 8 degrees in Edmonton early tomorrow morning. I think temperatures will actually start to climb by about 6, 7 in the morning. You can get up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It should be at 10, 11 degrees. 18 degrees in Fort McMurray tomorrow afternoon. Highs near 20 across the northwest. 18 for Red Deer with some showers, and 15 in Lloydminster with some rain through most of the afternoon. So we'll see temperatures slide to about 10, 11 degrees by midnight, dropping to a low of 8 somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then once the showers roll in, temperatures will actually start to climb a little bit. We'll get back into the mid-teens by lunchtime and somewhere around 16 or 17 for a daytime high, and some wind gusts tomorrow afternoon. Midnight Friday is the VIP prize deadline in the Mighty Millions lottery. You could win the BMW convertible or take $100,000 cash. Go support the Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation and get your tickets at mightymillionslottery.com. 16 or 17 tomorrow. Back into the low to mid-20s, though, for the weekend. You get a chance of those scattered showers there Saturday morning. Saturday night, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. And then Sunday should be a nice day. Partly cloudy skies, but Sunday night, chance of a shower or a thunderstorm once again.
Thank you, Josh. 12 dinosaur statues in Drumheller need repairs, and a local volunteer group says it might be hard to do by the end of the year. The Dino Arts Association is made up of about a dozen volunteers who assess and repair damage to the 32 dinosaur statues across the city. It says an average repair can take 3 or 4 days. Some of the statues are more than 60 years old.
You know, we're just plugging away at a project that began many years ago, and they've become an important part of our community. People, especially kids, and really it's about the kids, because they're the ones who gain the most appreciation.
The group relies on community donations and funds from its coin crushing machine. The Drumheller Chamber of Commerce matches each donation. If a dinosaur is considered beyond repair and is time to go extinct, the group has permission to replace it. A new statue costs about $15,000. When we return, an expo designed for fans of foraging.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Coming up on CTV News at 6, we'll have an update on the potential labor disruption at Air Canada and how it may affect you if you are flying. Plus, with a blanket bear warning for K-Country, we'll check in on hikers and how they're preparing for a possible encounter. And we'll talk to some of the volunteers helping restore the peregrine falcon population and what they get out of the work. Those stories and more on CTV News at 6 with Matt Woodman. Well, some high-profile hobbits will be making the journey to Edmonton next month. All 4 hobbits from the Lord of the Rings movies will be at the Edmonton Expo. Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Dominic Monaghan, and Billy Boyd will be available for autographs and photos with fans. They will also host a panel called The 4 Hobbits, an unexpected reunion. Organizers say you can expect the unexpected.
Fans get the opportunity to hear behind the scenes insights about what happened when they were working together making the movies, and then they just get up to some good old-fashioned fun. I mean, you can imagine the camaraderie between these 4 actors considering the titles that they've worked on together within this theme. So it's truly magical.
Other celebrities coming to the expo include Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, best known as McLovin from Superbad, and Dante Basco, who played Rufio in Hook. The Edmonton Expo takes place September 19th to the 21st. Tickets are on sale now. Well, if fantasy is not your thing, how about foraging? The Wild Mushroom Expo is happening this weekend in Devon. The Alberta Mycological Society is celebrating all things mushroom. The group is dedicated to the appreciation of fungi in Alberta. They hold foraging events and give information about the kinds of mushrooms you can find here and what they do. The Society's Martin Osis was on CTV Morning Live today with a wide array of mushrooms he found in the Edmonton area just this morning.
We've got portobellas, and the portobellas are, you know, if you've had a portobello from the grocery store, the fresh ones are just dynamite. Difference between a tomato that you buy at the superstore or one that you grow in the garden. And the other common one is the fairy ring mushroom. And this is one that grows on everybody's lawn, or most people on most people's lawns. And a lot of people don't know that this is an excellent choice edible mushroom.
Why is Edmonton a great area for foraging mushrooms?
Well, Edmonton's a great area because we're a little wetter than other parts of the province. So Calgary kind of sucks for mushrooms because it's so dry there. And here we've got the Great River Valley and lots of different habitats. So
this weekend's expo will begin with mushroom forays Saturday, followed by an event Sunday with experts, tastings, and other vendors. And that is our show for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. CTV National News is next.